JBN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys. Before we go into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. 1 killed, 3 wounded in St. James gun attack. A man is dead while 3 people are hospitalized after gunmen attacked a group of people returning home from a wake in Cambridge, St. James on Sunday morning. Reports are that sometime after 2 a.m., the victims were walking home when they were pounced upon by a group of heavily armed men. More than 30 spent shells from high-powered rifles and a 9mm pistol were found at the scene of the shooting. 3 people were wounded in the attack, while the body of 41-year-old Omar Beckford was later found along a dirt track with multiple bullet wounds. The other victims, ages 17, 16, and 23, were hospitalized for treatment. Daylight armed robbery at Hanover supermarket. Armed robbers made off with at least $900,000 in cash and other valuables after a brazen daylight attack at a supermarket in Kingsville District, Hanover on Saturday. It is understood that sometime after 9 a.m., shoppers were in the store purchasing items when a white Toyota Isis motor car stopped at the front of the establishment. 5 men armed with handguns alighted from the vehicle and entered the supermarket, forcing shoppers to the ground. The men then proceeded to rob the supermarket operator, workers, and customers of cash and personal items. It is understood that the business operator lost over 400,000 Jamaican dollars in cash. The robbers also made off with a large quantity of liquor and beverages valued at nearly 500,000 Jamaican dollars. 1 dead, 7 critically injured in Ferngo crash. A bus with 23 passengers, mostly children, on an Easter Sunday holiday excursion to Ochiris in St. Anne, crashed in Ferngo on Sunday, killing 1 person and injuring everyone else on board. 49-year-old Susa Thomas, a housekeeper of a Wildman Street address in Kingston, was pronounced dead at the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital after the driver lost control of the vehicle, which then crashed into an embankment. Several persons were flung from the vehicle, with videos of the scene circulating on social media showing people lying on the roadway, raising fears of a mass fatality event on the most religious Sunday of the year. However, up to this afternoon, there was only 1 confirmed death, while 7 persons remain in hospital in critical condition as a result of the accident. 2 children were transported to other medical facilities for treatment, 1 to the University Hospital of the West Indies and the other to the Bustamante Hospital for Children, both in Kingston. According to the police, the accident occurred about 11:20 a.m. and involved a 2013 black Nissan Caravan driven by Trevon Reed of a Waterford, St. Catherine address. 23 passengers were injured, of which 16 are children and 7 adults. The injured were transported to the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital with the help of the police, firefighters, and a passing motorist, the police reported. Hospital sources confirmed that 24 people were taken to the hospital for treatment arising from the accident, and acknowledgement that the driver was among the injured. The accident came during a festive weekend that over the past several years has seen a significant increase in the number of persons, especially from the corporate area, arriving in the resort town of Ochiris to celebrate Easter. It is unclear where the crash victims were heading. In the meantime, the police renewed their call to motorists and pedestrians to exercise caution on the road, especially during the busy Easter weekend, which concludes today. Cabby robbed and thrown from vehicle in Spanish Town. Detectives assigned to the St. Catherine North Police Division are searching for men who reportedly posed as passengers and robbed a taxi operator in Spanish Town of $60,000 and other items, then threw him from the vehicle. The police say about 10:50 p.m. on Saturday, the taxi operator was driving his motor car along Morrison Street in Spanish Town when 2 men signaled him to stop. Upon boarding the vehicle, one of the men brandished a gun and the other placed a bag over the driver's head. The men took control of the vehicle and later threw the driver into a canal along a section of St. John's Road. The hoodlums sped away with the vehicle, which was later found abandoned in the vicinity of G.C. Foster College. 42 years without trial, the Jamaican Supreme Court has ordered that a mentally ill man who languished in prison for nearly 42 years without facing a trial for murder should be temporarily released to family members under strict conditions. His name and the names of family members who will be responsible for him have not been made public, because of the circumstances of the case and to give him an equitable chance of reintegration into society, the court explained. The mentally ill man was detained at the Governor General's pleasure on October 13, 1992, after he was arrested and charged for murder, but was found unfit to plea based on medical information presented in court at the time. A recent psychiatric report confirmed that he is schizophrenic, but said he shows no sign nor has a history of violence during his detention, according to court records. It noted, however, that he needs medication and assistance with daily activities and that he was still not fit to plea. In November 2022, attorneys Dan Watson and Brian Forsyth from the Legal Aid Council filed an application in the Supreme Court requesting his unconditional release or that he be released on parole with conditions. Similar applications filed by the Council on behalf of 13 other mentally ill detainees charged with serious crimes are pending in the Supreme Court. Authorities confirmed on Friday they have been adjourned to allow for suitable arrangements to be made to facilitate the return to society, Chief Prosecutor Paula Llewellyn disclosed. Watson and Forsyth indicated, as part of their grounds for their application, that the mentally ill man had grown old and frail during his detention and no longer poses a threat to the society. The applicant has been in custody for 42 years and has been sufficiently punished for his crimes, they argued in their application to the court. Justice Ian Pusey, in his decision, which was handed down last month, said he does not take the view that mentally disordered defendants should be released unconditionally. Instead, Pusey said, after reviewing several reports filed in support of the application, he believes certain conditions should be imposed to ensure that detainees with mental disorders do not become a danger to themselves and the public upon their release. The court is tasked with safeguarding the well-being of the applicant, being a vulnerable individual, to guarantee that he receives proper care and is not abandoned in destitution on the streets, the judge said in his ruling. He ordered that the mentally ill man be temporarily released to 2 family members under the supervision of the Commissioner of Corrections or his nominee and must reside in Clarendon. The Commissioner of Corrections heads the Department of Correctional Services. The 2 family members will be responsible for ensuring that the mentally ill man receives proper care and that medication is provided and administered. They are also mandated to ensure that he has medical visits every 2 months to ensure that he gets medical treatment for as long as is required. Pusey ordered, too, that the Commissioner of Corrections must arrange for him to be visited at his place of residence by an officer every 4 months in the first year after his release to ensure compliance. A report must be provided to the Registrar of Supreme Court after each visit. Any breach of the order must be reported to the court in writing without delay, Pusey said, adding that the Commissioner of Corrections is tasked with ensuring proper enforcement of the court-ordered conditions. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, which was named as a respondent to the application, took no issue with the orders. The Crown has been advocating that if they are to be released, they need to be released into the care of someone, or we need to find a suitable place for them so that they're not released haphazardly, said Assistant Director of Public Prosecutions, Leinster Lewis Mead, who represented the ODPP, along with Crown Counsel Ashley Innes. The case provides a roadmap for the treatment of hundreds of mentally ill detainees languishing in deplorable prison conditions at the court's pleasure, legal experts suggested. Prison officials estimated in 2020 that approximately 300 mentally challenged people in conflict with the law are being housed at 3 penal institutions, with close to half of them being listed as awaiting trial. Work commences on the government's Urban Renewal program. Phase 1 of the Urban Renewal and the Development program is now underway across the island. Prime Minister Andrew Holness told JS News that the initiative serves the dual purpose of improving the urban environment as well as the living conditions of citizens. The government of Jamaica last year made an application per constituency of approximately between $2 to $4 million to do urban renewal projects. So right across Jamaica, expect that members of parliament are doing similar programs, he said. The Prime Minister was conducting a tour of Morgan's Place in Olympic Way, located in the constituency of West Central St. Andrew, on March 28, where work is now underway. What I've decided to do in my constituency is to concentrate on one of the 5 or 6 informal settlements that we have to help to improve not just the aesthetics, but also the functionality of the space that the residents occupy, he informed. Holness said the government will seek to assist in formalizing an area where over 50 citizens reside. These houses are really good structures, and people have invested their savings into them, They are ambitious people who are trying to improve the quality of their lives, and the role of government now is to assist that natural ambition in helping with infrastructure, sewage and water, and help with the aesthetics, just to improve and beautify and helping with access and functionality of the communities, he explained. Noting that some of the dwellings are below accepted standards, the Prime Minister said the government will be seeking to secure improved living conditions through the social housing program. We also have a duty to assist with regularization from a legal standpoint, that is to get them titled and having them establish ownership over the land, because they have been here, many of them over 50 years, and the process is going to be very difficult. As to the level of development of the community, it is going to be difficult to knock down walls and cut new roads, so we have to build around and regularize around what is there, Olness stated. He said that his next step will be to have the community surveyed to see how best we can establish lines and boundaries within the community. Under the program, projects to be undertaken must focus on infrastructure, which includes zinc fence removal and replacement with approved materials, paving of sidewalks and pathways, upgrading of parks and creation of pocket parks or mini parks, as well as installation and replacement of street signs. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.